I'm Danielle. Today I'm going to do a brief series that you could do to start a practice at home. So we'll begin just sitting in a comfortable seated position. If you'd like, you could take a block, if you have one handy, and sit on it to help tilt the pelvis forward. Just whatever's most comfortable for you. Begin to bring the attention to the breath. Take deep full inhales to the diaphragm, the ribs, the shoulders. Pause at the top, exhale from the shoulders, ribs, and diaphragm. Taking a moment to tune into your breath. On the inhale, we'll extend the arms overhead, reaching up. Take one hand down, the other hand over, coming into a lateral stretch. And inhale, come up, take the other hand down. Inhale, come up, bring the hands to the heart, draw the shoulders up to the ears, back and down. Interlace the hands, press them out in front. Bring them overhead, stretching out the ribs. And bring the hands to the sides. Come into a twist. Come to the center. Twist the spine in the opposite direction. Come to the center. We'll make our way onto our hands and knees, however's easiest. Coming into tabletop position. In tabletop position, we want the wrists underneath of the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, about hip distance apart. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades together, looking up. Exhale, spread the shoulder blades apart. Inhale, tilt your pelvis forward, lengthening the spine. Exhale, draw the belly button in. Moving a couple rounds with your own breath through cat and cow. Come to a neutral position. Extend the left leg behind. Take the right arm in front. Squeeze your core in a balancing position. Maybe you stay here, maybe on the exhale you bring the knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend. One last time. Release the hand and leg down. Take the opposite leg and arm out. Holding here, squeezing the core. We really don't want this leg extended up. We'll have the hips right in line. On the exhale, bring the knee and elbow together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, together. Inhale, extend. One last time. Release the hand and leg down. And we'll come onto our back for a little bit of core. The first exercise that we'll do today is a reverse crunch. It's very imperative in all the ones that we do today, you keep your core tight, your lumbar spine glued to the mat, so you're not arching here where a hand could slide under, you're really engaging. So the reverse crunch, we're going to lift the legs up, tap them down. So lifting, tapping, making sure this lumbar spine is glued. Our number today will be 10. So 10, take a little break. Next we're going to do reverse crunches. Oh, no, we just did reverse crunches. Next we're going to do regular modified crunches. So what's very imperative here is our hands aren't behind our neck squeezing, pulling it up. Our hands are behind our head just so that they're out of the way. So you don't want the elbows lifting the neck, you want them out to the sides. We're just going to lift the shoulders off of the ground. So we're going to squeeze the core, lift up, lower down. So squeezing core, lifting up, lowering down. Really trying to get those shoulders off of the ground. If you feel any tension in your neck, just go ahead and skip this one. So this one's good for the upper abs. The previous one was good for your lower abs. Next we're going to mix the core and the hamstrings. So we will do butter or flutter kicks. So we're going to squeeze the core. Once again, very imperative you're not arching in your lower back. Lift the legs, flutter kick them. For a little extra support, you can slide your hands underneath the glutes to make sure that those feet stay. Hug the knees in, circle them around. Massage your lower back. Now we'll do horizontal flutter kicks. So we're going to do the same thing, or scissors. So you take the legs out and just take them horizontally. And we'll hug the knees in, circle them around, massaging your lower back. We're going to make our way up into a seated pose and downward facing dog, however is easiest for you. So in downward facing dog, from a plank with your shoulders right over the wrist, you're going to push your hips up high, really pressing out of the wrist, feet hip distance apart, pedaling into the legs. Slowly walk the feet forward. Coming into ragdoll, we'll take the feet hip distance apart, grab the opposite elbows, take your triceps right next to your ears. You can bend one knee and the other if that feels good for you. Coming back to your deep, full breaths. Just allowing gravity to do the work. Release the hands down, slowly rise up one vertebrae at a time, the head being the last thing to surface. So next we will do some wall push-ups. These are a little bit more accessible than doing push-ups on the ground. So the different hand positions we're going to do are right in front of you. You want them right under your chest, and then out to the side in a Tibetan, 1 inch in between your thumb and your index finger. So find a wall, be a little safer than a door. So you're just going to do about 10 of these. The further you go away, the harder it's going to be. Still very imperative, keep that core tight. We'll just slowly lower down, bring it up. Make sure you're really keeping your abs in. and we'll push into the wall, lengthening the spine, being about a 90-degree angle. So you're pushing your shoulders down, drawing the abs in. Should those in the shoulders and the hamstrings. We'll slowly come up. So the next one will be the wide angle. We'll take the thumbs in, index fingers out, lower down, bring it up. I like to exhale myself up, inhale down. And we'll do a puppy against the wall, so we'll walk the hands further up, hips in, take the forehead to the wall. And we'll slowly come up. The last one, the Tibetian. And then we'll slowly come away from the wall, or the window in my case. We're going to take the feet hip distance apart, hands to the hips. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. We'll drop the hands to the thighs, to the shins, relax your head. Maybe you can take your hands to the ground, pressing into the ground. Taking 10 full breaths. Take the hands to the hips, inhale, look up. Exhale, come up. We'll step the feet together. For our second to last standing posture, we're going to do a pyramid pose. So we'll take the hands on the hips, fist bump, or grab opposite elbows, whatever feels right for you. What's really important here though is the hips. So we will step the left foot back, and then see how my hips swing here? We don't want them to do that. Pull that right hip back, the left hip forward. Draw the shoulders back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Really trying to keep those hips square. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come up. Step the left foot forward, take the right foot back, or switch sides. Square those hips, draw the shoulders back, forward fold. Inhale, look up. Exhale, come up. Step forward. We're going to ground into the right foot. Take the left heel to the ankle. Maybe this is your tree pose for today. Maybe you can bring the foot to the calf. Perhaps you can help it to your inner thigh. Very important that it's below or above your knee, not pressing on your knee. If you'd like, you can grow the arms up. It will help if you find one point to focus the attention on, a drishti. And bring the hands down, release the foot. Ground into the other foot, take the heel to the ankle. Maybe this is it. Maybe you bring it to the calf. Perhaps help it to the inner thigh. When you're ready, slowly grow the arms up. This posture actually took me about 3 months to be able to do. So it doesn't matter where you're at. No enlightenment in any poses, just enjoy the posture, the journey. And gently release down, release the foot. And then we're going to take the heels in, toes out, squat it down just a little bit. Maybe this is it for today. Maybe you can bring it all the way down. And then we'll come down to a seated position and make our way onto our back. We're going to take the feet hip distance apart, about where you can touch them. Squeeze your core, draw the shoulders in, very important. Keep the neck neutral, looking at the ceiling. We'll press into the feet and the shoulders, lifting up the hips, coming into a bridge pose. Slowly lower down, one vertebra at a time. Cross the right ankle over the left thigh, flex your right foot. Press the right thigh away from the body. Maybe we stay here. Maybe you lift the left leg up, grabbing your left thigh. Use the right elbow to leverage open your right thigh. Notice where you feel the tension and breathe into that area. Release the left foot down. Take the arms out to the side. Bring the legs over to the left. Bring the legs to the center, uncross them. Windshield wiper the knees back and forth. Take the feet hip distance apart, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, press the thigh away, flex the foot. Lift the right leg up, maybe, maybe not. Always moving within that pain-free range. This stretches the sciatic nerve, which is the thickest nerve in the human body. Connects from behind your knee to your lumbar spine, primarily wrapping around your piriformis, which is part of your glutes. Release the right foot down, take the arms out, bring the legs over to the right. Bring the legs up, uncross the legs. If you have blocks handy, we're going to grab them and set them up like a T. For thoracic, this will stretch the upper portion of your back. You can also use blankets in a moment to get a little deeper hip stretch. So we'll take the block, put it right under your shoulder blade. So for the ladies, that's going to be like right where the bottom of your sports bra is. Take the blanket, set them underneath your knees. Slowly lower down here, putting your head on the top block, taking the arms out to the sides. If you prefer at this point, instead of this pose, you could do legs up the wall or whatever variation feels right for you. Or whatever posture feels right for you. Whenever you're ready, help the legs together. Roll onto one side, taking a moment. The light and good in me honors the light and good in you. Namaste.